What's up, family? It is none other than your boy Jay Giddens, the athlete. As usual, remember to be positive, optimistic, keep positive people in your circle. I want to talk to you guys about weight, okay? A lot of you guys are overweight, okay? Even when you think you're not. Most of y'all are overweight, okay? You want to follow something called the BMI, the Body Mass Index. I do 1,000 diamond push-ups per day, and a lot of times I'm under 100 pounds. Right now, I weigh 100 pounds, 0.6. I weigh 100.6 right now. Okay? A lot of people wouldn't believe that, right? I'm only 5'1", so it's not like I'm tall, but at the end of the day, a lot of people 5'1" are like 150, 160, 200 pounds, right? There should be nobody 200 pounds, right? Y'all gotta hear me when I tell you this. There should be nobody 200 pounds unless you are 6'1", 6'2", or more. So if you know anybody that is 200 pounds and they are under 6 feet tall, they are obese, okay? There should be nobody over maybe 150 pounds that is less than 6 feet for the most part, right? Like if you're 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", you should be nowhere near 200 pounds. Like at 5'6", you should be maybe 140, maybe, right? 150, 160, right? No way, or no, maybe 140, 150 if you're like 5'6", 5'7". You start getting close to 200 once you hit 6 foot, 6'1", you know, and that's just, even 200 at 6'1" is still like just barely good. Like it's not like that's great. It's like that's like, okay, you're all right. You know what I mean? Because having weight and having mass is not what people think it is, right? Like a lot of people think like, yeah, I got mass, like, you know, I'm bulky, right? But a lot of people who have mass, they get sick a lot. A lot of bodybuilders, they get sick a lot. They get cancer a lot. They get sicknesses, they die, they have health issues. When they do die, you cut their stomach open and they got worms living in them, right? So bodybuilders that have all this mass, right, they don't have the ability to break all of it down within the time frame that they need to in order to keep sickness from existing in their body. So again, the reason I wanted to do this was because with my children, because I have a daily agenda, and I'll show you guys, I have a daily agenda that I do with my children. My children do 30 push-ups a day, 30 squats a day, and 30 curls a day with the 10s, right? And we also measure their weight every day. Now, when I measure their weight, I want to explain to them the reason that we're doing that. Like, we're not doing that just for fun. We're doing that because your weight, which is your body's mass, determines how many chemical reactions can go off in your body when you are fasting or depleting things in your body, right? So basically, if your body is sick and you're trying to get rid of the sickness, the mass that your body has, the amount of molecules, the more of them, the harder it is for your body to get unsick, right? This is why a person who's overweight is more likely to be sick than a person who's not. Obesity can kill you. It's kind of like how AIDS works, right? Like when you have AIDS, what it does is it attacks your immune system and it makes it so that your body can't fight off sickness. So when you get AIDS or HIV, you don't actually die from the virus. You die from a cold or something. You die from like a cut on your arm, bleeding out or something, because, you know, in your blood you have platelets that are supposed to be able to coagulate and prevent your body from bleeding out. But if these blood cells aren't functioning properly, they won't stop it. So you actually pass or suffer from the symptoms of a bad immune system when you die from that, right? So we want to understand that concept and know that when you are obese or when you are overweight, when you're fat, right, what's happening is you are putting an extra strain on your body. Everything that you do, whether you're drinking water, right, I got me some distilled water, whether you're drinking water, whether you're eating fruit, regardless of what you're doing, there are a bunch of micro processes that run off in your body, right? I would recommend you guys Google some of this stuff when I'm talking so you know. One of them would be oxidation, okay? Look up what oxidation is. This is a micro process that takes place during this is a metabolic process. You can call it a micro process or metabolic process that takes place when the body is siphoning nutrients out of what you put in it, right? So as all of these things are going on, the more shit you have in your body, the harder it is for your body to get stuff done. I mean, imagine if you have a house, right, and you're trying to clean up the house, right, and we send 20 people in there, right? That might be okay because, you know, maybe you can have 5 people on the first floor, 5 people on the second floor, 5 people on the third floor, 3 people out back, you can split them up, right? But if I send 150 people, now we can't clean right because there's too many goddamn people in the house. Every time I try to get to the, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I am a blood cell, right? Every time, my job as a blood cell, I would be which kind of blood cell? I teach my children this. This is anatomy, right? This is circulatory system, right? You want to know the 3 types of blood cells, right? White blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets, right? I am white blood cells, right? Which are responsible for healing, right? My job would be to go and find these cofactors or these bad existences in the blood and get rid of them, right? If we're cleaning the house, my job might be to reach underneath the TV and make sure that there's no dust underneath the TV, right? But if there's 5 people standing in front of the TV, every time I try to reach the TV, I can't get to the TV, so the dust just piles up. Now, after 1 or 2 days or 1 or 2 weeks or even 1 or 2 years, right, the TV's still gonna work. There's nothing wrong, right? But after like 20 or 30 years, the TV might start to lose friction or start to lose its electrical power due to the buildup of dust. Because we know dust carries electricity, right? Like dust particles have to do with electricity. So anything that has to do with electricity can modify electricity. You know what I'm saying? It can modify an electrical current. So we're reaching, if you understand what I'm saying metaphorically, or if you understand the analogy I'm making, you can slowly cause your body to fail by being overweight, because your body is naturally not able to get rid of the things that it's programmed to do, which is only going to lead to a buildup. You know what I'm saying? The same thing happens with eating. When you eat, you know what I'm saying? When you break your fast, what some people call breakfast, right? Breaking your fast. When you break your fast, at that point, you are depleting your body's ability, or you are removing your body's ability to efficiently remove toxins, right? So when you're doing shit like fasting and conducting all these metabolic processes, your body is going to have a bunch of stuff to do now. And it's going to have more toxins. Because most of the time when you eat breakfast, right, when you break your fast, they normally tell you to break your fast with things that are going to compile your body with toxins. So not only are you fucking your body up because you're breaking your fast, which is good for you, because you believe that hunger is a bad thing. Hunger is actually your body removing toxins, right? But when you feel hungry and your body is removing toxins, right, you fill your body with more toxins because you eat things like what? Eggs, right? Which is what, like, eggs is like the fetus of an animal. Like, why would you want to eat eggs, bro? That's like literally eating the embryo of an animal. Like, it's disgusting. But you eat eggs, right? And your body can't receive those genetic instructions. There are several DNA instructions that are communicated through proteins when you eat food, right? There's a process called RNA, what is it called? RNA polymerase, right? I think it's called RNA polymerase, right? Look up the process RNA polymerase. I always ask y'all when y'all watch my videos to have Google up. Look up the process RNA polymerase, right? There are several other processes that work in tandem in conjunction with this process. But what these processes do is they make it so that genetic instructions and codons are communicated to the body through meat or, plants or anything, because plants are protein as well. Protein is actually a term that a lot of people are unfamiliar with the real existence of what it means, right? Like, protein just means to deliver DNA or genetic instructions and genetic code to something, right? So protein is everything you eat. Anything that you eat is going to give your body genetic, not anything, because if you bit a table's probably not going to give you, but if you eat a duck, if you eat a goat, if you eat a deer, that deer's blood has genetic codons in it. Its DNA is in it. Your body has microprocesses that seek to obtain information from things that you eat. Like, when you eat, you're trying to teach your body. So like, when you're eating chicken, you're teaching your body to be a goddamn chicken. It would actually make sense for your body to genetically structure itself in the form of a chicken. Let me ask you this question. Have you ever seen a black person that looks like a chicken? I'm being serious. Have you ever seen a black person that got like that Adam's apple, skinny face, the long nose looked like a chicken. Their face really looked like it was genetically modified, like kind of like a chicken, right? Do you think it's far-fetched to say that that person's ancestors or generational history could have involved a whole lot of chickens, and those chickens could have used processes, microprocesses, when eating, such as RNA polymerase, to download codons, right? You have these, look this up, y'all. Y'all gotta use Google. You have these things called GUACT, right? Guanine, adenine, thymine, right? These things, and cytosine, right? These things work in your DNA to create these codes. And the codes are put in certain order to determine. You got to look up something called eugenics. Google eugenics. As I'm saying stuff, just Google it. Look it up. Don't listen to what I'm saying. Just Google the stuff. Eugenics, right? When you're doing this, you have to have a certain order that you put genetic codes in order to create something. You can genetically create an animal, right? So that process is very similar to what would be happening on a quantum level inside your body when you're talking about microprocesses. I want y'all to really understand this, bro. Like, it might seem like it's super complex, but it's actually really not. It's pretty straightforward. But all right, family. Y'all remember to be positive, be optimistic, keep positive people in your circle, as those 3 things are key to ensuring positivity is invited in your future. I'm going to jump on here a little bit later, but for now, you know, I'm out. I hope y'all took something from this. I would definitely ask you guys, if you could at all, let me know what you got from this. Let me know any other information you would like for me to speak on. Make sure to comment, you know, and all that good stuff. And, you know, let's share. Let's share the information. Let's make everybody healthier one day at a time, family, okay? One day at a time. We out.